Hey guys, this is Matt with another video for you today. Just recently, I went on Amazon and I went and browsing for some movies, particularly some more iconic, more artistic kind of movies. And due to a lot of research on YouTube and looking up classic movies and stuff, I made the decision to kind of pick a lot of these from the Criterion collection, and I've heard just tons of good things about these films. So I went and took a gamble and I went and picked up a lot of these. I know that in this bundle right here, a handful of them are going to be Kurosawa movies. Akira Kurosawa movies, sorry. Yeah. For those who don't know, Japanese director, very legendary. A lot of iconic directors have borrowed his shots and used them in their movies. And I just wanted to see where it all started. I've already watched one of the movies out of the collection I'm about to show you, and you could easily tell that there was a lot of, you could recognize a lot of those shots used in the films today. So without further ado, let me just show you all the Criterion movies that I did get, and it's quite a bundle. First off, I just wanted to show off this movie. This one I've always heard good things about. I heard how innovative it was for its time, for its shots and its cinematography, and its great epic storytelling. And that movie is Seven Samurai. I just got halfway through it, and so far it's really good. And just by watching it and things, all the performances are great. Great storytelling, great shots, great cinematography. It almost, in a sense, feels like a current movie, but just done in black and white. And because it is in 4K, the picture quality looks just wonderful. So, as of right now, probably tonight before I go to bed, I'll probably finish the rest of it. And I know I won't be let down. Seven Samurai on 4K for the Criterion Collection. Next up we got right here is a movie that I've heard of for a while. And it's a Ken Russell film. Ken Russell, I believe, did the movie Kroll, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was like a fantasy movie in the mid '80s. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when I saw the reviews on this movie and what the movie was about, and I just wanted to kind of dive deep into it, and it sounded really interesting. It's basically about a man who gets himself into a sensory deprivation tank and uses experimental drugs, and the outcome of that, and that is Altered States on 4K. Um, yeah, William Hurt's first movie, apparently, and I hope to be watching this very, very soon. The imagery is nuts, and I've always had like a thing for body horror kind of movies, like like David Cronenberg, those kind of movies, or like John Carpenter's The Thing, where the mutations and stuff and all that. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna dig this movie a lot. So with that being said, Alter States on 4K. So the next one I got here is another Akira Kurosawa movie, and it is called The Hidden Fortress. This release is a Blu-ray release, and I heard this was the one that was used, or this is the one George Lucas used as a template for Star Wars. So, if we hadn't had this, we definitely would have had Star Wars on Blu-ray this time. No 4K. Hopefully, eventually they'll do a 4K release of this. Again, nothing but good things that I've heard of. Akira Kurosawa again. I heard it was the basis for Star Wars. That was the number one thing getting me into this movie and wanting to watch it. So probably that will be my next watch right after Seven Samurai. So, for sure, it'll definitely be my next watch. So that was Hidden Fortress on Blu-ray. This movie I happened to watch a couple nights ago. And we want to talk about cinematography and shots and just overall a great story. This movie is it. This is one of the, I feel like one of the top movies of the Criterion collection, or at least of the ones I've seen recently. And that one is Paris, Texas on 4K. First of all, the picture quality is very solid. Um, the cinematography is great. The performances across the board, especially from Harry Dean Stanton, is great. For those who don't know what Paris, Texas is about, it's about a man who's been gone for 4 years, and we don't end up not knowing why, but after he is found, he decides to rekindle the family that he felt like should have been. So, again, performances across the board are great cinematography. It really shows off the landscapes of Texas itself, like it's almost its own kind of character, and just wonderful lighting. And that's what really kind of stood out to me the most in this. So, Paris, Texas, the definite watch. I would highly recommend it to anybody who's wants to watch some really solid 80s film. This one is another, again, Akira Kurosawa. I know, like I told you, it's heavy. I really wanted to get into his stuff. This movie that I got is Ikaru on Blu-ray. And this one I heard was another iconic film of his. This one is not a samurai film, as you can tell. Essentially what it's about is a man finds out that he's passing away from terminal cancer. And his whole entire life, he's devoted himself to his work and has never fully lived life and has deep, deep regrets. And it's this man's journey of trying to find his purpose with the set amount of time that he has on Earth. It's a really, really deep film, and it kind of makes you really think about, choices that you make as far as like going out and seizing the day and living your life and not sitting around and wasting and having experiences and going out and going to do these things and all that. And I really, really loved the ending of this movie. I thought it was very solid and very impactful. So I highly recommend Ikaru. If you ever get a chance, definitely watch it. Definitely highly recommend it. It's on Blu-ray. This one right here is another 4K. It's a 2-pack. It's Sanjuro and Yojimbo. And just like I was saying earlier, Yojimbo is the original, and then later on they ended up remaking it with A Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood. So it's from my understanding, it's just A Fistful of Dollars, but the samurai take on it. And I'm kind of curious to see kind of where they go with what they go with the story, considering the customs and the way samurai do things and all that. So it could be a nice little take on that story. So that's Yojimbo on 4K. So that was my Criterion collection haul that I got this time around. If you liked any of them, if you've seen any of these movies, and if you want to share your thoughts and opinions on them down below, I gladly appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. It would help me out a ton. We do movies, books, comic books, all things kind of pop culture related, kind of nerdy. So again, if you want to hit that like button or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.